In the quiet stillness of this moment, when the world seems to stand still, I ask you with a heart full of wonder, will you take my hand? Will you walk with me, not just in the bright, shining days when everything feels easy, but also in the darkest, the most uncertain hours, when the world feels heavy and the road feels long? Life is a journey that we are meant to walk together, hand in hand, through every twist and turn. Will you be the one to stand by me when the storms come, when the path is overgrown with thorns? When the weight of world feels too much to bear? Will you walk beside me with patience, love, and understanding as we navigate through both the gentle and the turbulent seasons of life? I know that the future is uncertain, but there is one thing I'm certain of. I want to share it with you. So, my love, will you take my hand and join me on this adventure? The road ahead is not a straight line, but rather a winding path filled with unexpected turns, both beautiful and difficult. Together, we will face the moments when we feel lost, when we are unsure of where we are going, and when the distance ahead seems overwhelming. But even then, I promise that I will hold your hand and remind you that we are in this together. For it is not the destination that matters most, but the journey itself and the people we choose to walk with. Will you choose to stay by my side, even when the horizon is unclear, even when the way forward is shrouded in fog? Will you trust me as I trust you, knowing that though we may stumble and fall, we will rise again, stronger than before? Hand in hand we can face anything, and together we will find our way. So with all that I am, I ask again, will you take my hand and share in this journey with me? Through every season, as the world around us changes, my love for you will remain constant. When the flowers bloom and the air is warm with the scent of spring, I will walk beside you with joy and gratitude. But when the autumn leaves fall and the chill of winter settles in, I will still be there, holding your hand, offering warmth and comfort. It is easy to love when life is easy, but it is in the hard times, the moments when everything seems uncertain, that love truly shines. Will you stand by me through it all, through the seasons of life, both the beautiful and the difficult? Will you be my partner not just in moments of happiness, but in times of sorrow too? I promise you, in the quiet moments, in the chaotic ones, in the moments of laughter and tears, I will always be there with you, holding your hand. And I ask in return that you take mine and walk beside me, wherever life may lead. When the road becomes rough and the burden feels too heavy, will you still hold my hand? Will you trust that even in the hardest moments we can find strength in one another? There will be days when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when we question our decisions, when the path seems too difficult to walk. But it is in those moments that we will find the true meaning of our love. For love is not just a feeling, but a choice to stand together, to support one another, to offer a hand when the other falters. Will you choose to be my strength when I am weak, to lift me up when I can no longer stand on my own? I know that there will be times when I need you more than I can express, and I hope that you will feel the same. Will you take my hand, not only when the sun shines, but also when the clouds gather, and walk beside me through it all? In the quiet moments when the world fades away and it's just the two of us, I hope you will feel the depth of my love for you. It is in the simple acts of holding hands, sharing a glance, or walking side by side that we find the most profound connection. Will you take my hand, not just when the world is watching, but in those moments when we are alone, when we are just two souls, walking together through life's little moments? It is in those times that I feel closest to you, the quiet moments when no words are needed. Will you cherish those times with me, knowing that they are as precious as the grandest adventures? For it is not the grand gestures that define us, but the quiet, everyday acts of love that sustain us. So, my love, will you take my hand in those moments and walk beside me through the beauty of simplicity? There will be times when we disagree, when our paths seem to diverge, when the weight of our differences feels too much to bear. But even then, I hope you will still take my hand. For love is not about always being in perfect harmony, but about learning to navigate the dissonance together. Will you stand with me when we are tested, when the things that once seemed easy now feel like a struggle? Will you fight for us, even when the world tries to pull us apart, even when our hearts feel distant? I promise to do the same for you. In those moments of tension, of disagreement, we will find our way back to each other, because our love is stronger than any challenge that comes our way. Will you take my hand in those difficult times and help me find my way back to you? As we grow older, as the years pass and our bodies change, I know that the world around us will continue to evolve. But my love for you will only grow deeper with time. Will you still take my hand, even when our hair turns gray, when our steps slow down, when the world around us becomes quieter and more still? Will you be there for me in the twilight of our lives, as we look back on the path we've walked together and the memories we've created? I know that our time on this earth is limited, but as long as we have each other, every moment will be worth it. When we look back on our lives, I hope we will see the years we spent holding hands, facing the world together, and sharing a love that never faded. So will you take my hand, even as the years slip by, and walk with me into whatever the future holds? When the world seems too loud, too fast, and too overwhelming, I hope that we can find our peace in each other. There is something so powerful about the simple act of holding hands, about the comfort of knowing that no matter what happens, we will always have each other. In those moments of chaos, I hope we will find refuge in our connection, in the warmth of our touch. Will you take my hand when everything else feels out of control and remind me that together we can face anything, for it is in our unity, in our shared love, that we will find the strength to navigate the world. So, my love, will you take my hand, not just in the quiet times, but in the chaos, and stand by my side as we face the world together? And when the day comes, as all days must, when we must say goodbye to this world, I will still hold your hand. In those final moments, I will not fear, for I know that we have walked this journey together, and our love will endure beyond time. Will you take my hand in the end, knowing that we will always be together, even in spirit, even when our bodies are no longer here? For love is not bound by time or space, and the love we share will transcend everything. I will carry you with me in every step, in every heartbeat, for as long as I live. So, my love, will you take my hand and walk with me through this life and into the next, wherever that may be?